In a meta with 1,000 Pokémon and only 7 viable options, can one trainer take the word of Elite Four member Karen and succeed with only their favorites? What's up, everybody, and here is the beginning of the climb to Master Rank in Pokemon Sword and Shield, only using Pokemon that I like. I will introduce you to the team. I have a little bit of a visual glitch going on with OBS with my Grimmsnarl over here. I don't know why that's happening when I don't hover over it, but we have a Charizard, my guy Infernus. I'll just show you the movesets. Banshee the Dragapult, Incineroar, Impasse the Grimmsnarl, a Ninetales, and an Eternatus. Now, some of primarily Infernus's moveset is subject to change when I get higher in the ranks and I start seeing a lot of Incineroars. I will probably be dropping Weather Ball for Scorching Sands. That's probably the only change that I'm going to be making. So yeah, I'm only using one restricted Pokemon because I really wanted to throw Ninetales in there because Infernus is cracked in the sun. And then I was stuck between Eternatus and Kyurem, and I decided on Eternatus for a couple of reasons. It's easier to be overpowered, it's faster, and Kyurem is weak to Zacian, more so than Eternatus. Actually, a lot more so than Eternatus. So, that's the team, and we're gonna try to get there. Now, there are some things where you'll be like, there's no way that he's actually just using Pokemon he likes. How does he have Grimmsnarl and Incineroar? I mean, you're gonna just have to trust me, I guess, but, like, why would I have a Ninetales if I could have a Groudon? You know? Anyway, we're gonna be doing this, and to make it a little more fun and entertaining, I have my good friends MJ and Nate with me. They're going to be here for emotional support, and also they're going to be preventing me from making major misplays if I miss something that they don't. Alright, beginner tier, this is the start. This will be master by the end of the video. Hopefully, I'm starting this recording on October 18th. I am giving myself 13 days before Sword and Shield Ranked ceases to exist. So that's going to be part of the challenge. It's not just going to be how long will it take me, it's going to be will I be able to do it in enough time. And so it began. My journey to Master Ball tier has started. We were given our first opponent, ready to dominate, and to dominate we did. We started battle number 1 with a nice quick kill on the opposing Regieleki. In the next turn we had a smart switch to cancel out the fake out on the opposing Incineroar. That poor Incineroar didn't know that I had a pretty different moveset on my Grimmsnarl than you typically see in Ranked. Ah! You thought! That's the thing about running the physical offense Grimmsnarl. People never expect it. It's so not optimal, but that's why it's good for me. We then saw a Dynamax from Groudon, which I began to chip away at. We were then able to take out the opposing Incineroar, and with more chip damage, and Banshee, our Dragapult, eating a max Rockfall, we were able to secure our first victory in this challenge. Let's go! That was huge. At the time, I was thinking that this was light work because I'd easily succeeded in my first attempt, but little did I know, it would get a lot worse, a lot faster than I thought. I was going into Battle 2 pretty confidently because our opponent this time had a much less intimidating team than the previous one. Does he not know what Wide Guard does? He must not know what Wide Guard does. As you can see, our opponent here was a little confused as to what Wide Guard does as a move, but you know, no complaints on my side if he doesn't know what he's doing. But I led against his Silvally and Regigigas by Flare Blitzing the Silvally with Incineroar just to take it out as quick as I can, and Will-O-Wisping the Regigigas just in case Slow Start runs out at some point, so it still can't really hurt me too much. The Wide Guard, what does he think that move does? I don't have Earthquake, bro.
What does Wide Guard do?
It protects from spread moves. Spread moves.
Spread moves?
Yeah. After this man using Wide Guard yet again, after seeing that it did absolutely nothing the first time, I was pretty confident that this battle was in the bag, and I guess you guys can just see what happened after that turn.
Let's go.
Easy 4-0. Get out of my face. You better give me like 50 billion rank for that, because I didn't lose a single fucking Pokemon. Yes, sir! Ooh, look at that! And after yet another overwhelming triumph, we keep climbing the ranks and we continue smacking our opponents. But how long will this win streak continue?
We have a Torracat.
Torracat. Is Eviolite Torracat a thing? Oh, you know what?
No.
I think Torracat gets, the same move pool as Incineroar, but it's faster. I think that's what this person's trying to do.
Does that have Intimidate?
Yeah, it has Intimidate, it has Fake Out, it has Parting Shot, it has Flare Blitz, and it has Roar. Well, I know people don't typically run Roar, but I'm pretty sure it also has Taunt. We were faced with the interesting strategy of a Torracat used to outspeed Incineroar while having the same type of utility in its moveset. We did manage to, however, handle this team pretty easily. After both sides using Parting Shot, Torracat into Zygarde and Incineroar into Banshee, and our opponent switching Salamence back into Torracat, we Dynamax Banshee. Our opponent Dynamaxes Zygarde. We max Wormwind Zygarde and Meteor Beam it, not anticipating the Dynamax, so we could get our bonus special attack. This unfortunately put Zygarde below 50% HP, meaning we had quite the beast to handle now. Thankfully, our max Wormwind lowering the attack of the Zygarde was the reason Eternatus was able to survive another turn, which gives it an opportunity to deal some damage to Zygarde next turn when it becomes a big threat. Zygarde was now in its slightly slower and far bulkier complete form, so we had to focus on it a little harder the next turn so it didn't end up sweeping us. I should be able to Wormwind and Dynamax Cannon it. With Torracat flinching our Eternatus, we were only able to max Wormwind the Zygarde, but we were fine because Zygarde made a interesting play to say the least. Oh my god. Jesus. Why would you Quake me? I guess he realized that I'm Clear Body, but the Wormwind just would have done more damage. This play put us in a pretty good position, but then a really smart play was pulled by our opponent where he max guarded his Zygarde, anticipating me to double him, which I did, and the Torracat went for a burn on Banshee so he could lower his attack. But you know what they say, TGFLB. Thank God for Lumberries. We then set up a Phantom Force to attack Torracat or whatever it ends up switching into. We got a final bit of chip damage on Zygarde, and then it took out Eternatus. With the unexpected switch from Zygarde to Torracat, we fake out the Torracat for a little bit of insignificant damage, and we are very thankful that the Salamence doesn't switch, because that is the slot that we Phantom Forced the turn before, and it does take it out. Our opponent then brought Zygarde back out, and I made a little bit of a blunder myself. Oh, I didn't realize that Fake Out had more priority than Ally Switch. That was a bad play. Okay, well... Okay, that's not good. That is not good.
Oh god.
That is
free
really
setup
bad.
turn.
Yeah,
There's no bueno.
that was a free setup turn.
No
Jeez.
bueno.
Zygarde was now yet again in a very scary, very intimidating position. So this turn, I used Banshee to Phantom Force to avoid it taking any more damage, because it would probably get knocked out, and I used Roar on the Zygarde to eliminate its stat changes. Incineroar did have to take 1,000 arrows first, but I have a Shucca Berry on it, so it didn't do a whole lot. Nothing too scary. The Roar then dragged Torracat out, which isn't that terrible because its Intimidate can't do anything to Banshee, and it cannot fake out Banshee, who is the offensive threat on the field right now, so I wasn't too upset about that. Ooh, he's gonna Will-O-Wisp Banshee, and I don't think I can do anything about that. Shit. Thankfully, I had overestimated my opponent a little bit, and for some reason they decided to go for a Fake Out on the Incineroar, which does mean we will not be able to get the Parting Shot on the Volcarona to counteract its Quiver Dance that I assumed it was going to be using in this case, but we still got some pretty huge health off the Volcarona with the Phantom Force from Banshee. The Volcarona, now outspeeding Banshee, went for a Giga Drain, which I thought was weird. It must have been predicting an ally switch to use on Incineroar because it is actually neutral on Incineroar. But that, along with its Shell Bell and the Torracat Parting Shotting our Incineroar, took it out of kill range of an Incineroar Flare Blitz, which was kind of upsetting, and the slot that we had put Phantom Force on is now going to be hitting the Zygarde. Our opponent then switches Volcarona into Torracat as we switch Incineroar into Grimmsnarl. Our Phantom Force from Banshee hits the Zygarde, unfortunately still leaving it alive as it uses Glare on Banshee, paralyzing it.
They all also.
Bro, oh my god, I'm so stupid. I keep forgetting that Fake Out has more priority than Ally Switch. Ugh, I've done that twice this game. Yep, I just did that. After already making that mistake at the beginning of the game, I just ally switched to prevent a fake out, forgetting that it has more priority. I know. It's upsetting, considering the battle's been going on for so long and I made the same blunder twice. But you know what? I was having a long day. It was a lot of battling, you know? A lot of battling.
Oh, Daniel.
Twice! Oh
And he
my
got
god.
another
The
clip.
same exact thing. The opposing Torracat goes for another parting shot, this time on our Grimmsnarl, which actually makes the difference of Spirit Break killing the Zygarde and it surviving, so it lives another turn. He brings in his Volcarona, and Zygarde uses 1,000 arrows, and surprisingly, Incineroar actually survives, but still, that parting shot did make the difference in Zygarde going down that turn. This turn was ridiculous. This is the turn that decided the match. I faked out the Zygarde so it couldn't get any action this turn, because obviously it is the bigger offensive threat. Grimmsnarl hardly survives a Bug Buzz from the Volcarona, and then manages to take it out with a false surrender. However, that activates Volcarona's Flame Body ability, which burns Grimmsnarl, which has about a 30% chance of happening, and you will see why that is the game decider in a moment. Oh my god. Let's go. I can be a shitbag and just stall the turn. Oh no, wait a minute!
Yeah, bro.
No!
Oh my god! Did I just
That
lose
was
the battle
big.
because of the burn? And lose the battle because of the burn, I did. Since the timer had run out by the end of the turn, it comes down to amount of Pokemon left to decide the winner, and since they hate ties, if they have the same amount of Pokemon left, it comes down to percentage of HP remaining on each Pokemon, and since his had more than mine, I lost. I know. Completely ridiculous, BS way to decide a battle, and that is how our first loss was decided in this challenge. Because of a flame body? It's a 30% chance!
Jeez.
Two.
And there it was, a somber ending to the first part of this challenge. But day one is not yet over. You'll be seeing the conclusion of the first day in the next episode coming soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Deuces.